Here are the rules. At the start of each game, we spin a random wheel of tribes to determine what we will play. Whichever tribe we land on, we have to try and finish the game with at least 5 of that tribe on board. If we place in the top 4 and we do not have at least 5 of that tribe on board, we must instantly concede our next game. The final goal is to get 8,000 MMR.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Wheel of Tribes. Hello people, welcome back to the Wheel of Tribes. We're kicking off this video with Undead. You can see the wheel there. Someone suggested adding, it was Zanderquake in the last video, suggested I should add Menagerie to the wheel. So I've done that. I forgot on the first wheel, but I add it after that. And if I play Menagerie, then I need to have 5 different tribes on board. So just a slight amendment to the rule there. So we start off with Lich and we roll Undead on the Wheel of Tribes. Here we're just going to hero power the Naga to get the coin go up. Nice smooth curve. We've got a few Undead on board already. And we easily beat the Shudder there. And we just level again, steal the Hag. Put it in front of our Knight so the Knight gets reborn and we can start scaling our Knight for late game now. Looks like we should win this fight easily as well. Yep. The wheel seems to like giving us Undead. I swear it's our most played tribe. So I grabbed the taunt, the Battlecry taunt here, thinking about using it on the Knight here, but I think I decided to use it on the Anubarak there. Start scaling the attack of our Undead, and we hit another Anubarak in shot, so we'll just sell the chicken and buy that. And now we're getting probably 3 attack per round if the Hag goes off and everything dies. So I managed to get full value and still win the fight there. The Eternal Knight died, both of Anubaraks died. We're feeling strong, so we're just going to level and probably roll because there's nothing in shop we really want. Nothing there, so we'll roll again. And we hit the triple on the Anubarak. I'll skip the next fight. We take the triple, see what we get from that. Load of shite. Don't really care about any of it. Probably just take the zap for tempo. Might just sell it though. We'll hero power that just for a bit of extra attack. We're so healthy, why not? And do we take one of these Undeads here? Possibly. It's probably worth taking the Risen Rider. Yeah, we take the Risen Rider and the spell to discover some 6 drops next turn. Looks like we're still managing to win fights. Oh no, we're drawing fights. We hit the spell that we just bought. We get a sister and another Anubarak. I think I probably skipped the Anubarak. We don't need more than a golden Anubarak on board. We're scaling enough. We're rolling from a rose. There we go, we hit it. Get rid of the Knight, get the Morose, and now we're in a good spot. Got quite a few reborns on board with the sister and the Morose. We're strong, you can see 100% win, and we're knocking Tamsin out. I assume we're just going to level here because we're so strong. Level and look for KT basically is the game plan now. Oh, we take the Grave Robber of course to make another Morose. So now we have 2 copies. And we freeze the shop for the Reborn Lad. And we end up doing 15. We take the Reborn Lad and the staff. Use it on Undead obviously. And we hit 2 triples. I guess we take them both because we're trying to find KT. There it is, perfect. Now we've got the Golden Morose and KT, we can start scaling. Do we decide to butcher the Mummifier here? Or do we just butcher the Hag? When you butcher something, it destroys the Undead and then gives you their attack. So instead of selling a minion, we may as well just butcher it here. And then we hero power the 1 drop, it's only 1 damage, you can take it. See what we hit here. We'll take another sister. Do we actually end up playing the sister? Yeah, we play the sister and cut the Anubarak because we've got enough attack scaling, and now we're scaling through Morose and sister. We're against Shenvala here, who looks pretty big. We end up drawing though. And we were on a 61% win, that would have been good. I'm thinking about getting a Drakari here, just because it scales end of turn faster with Morose. We do end up taking it. I guess we just cut the Risen Rider. Okay, no, so I wanted more reborns for Sister. So now we swapped the Morose and the Mummifier over, so the Mummifier gets eaten by KT, and because we have the Drakari, he gets eaten twice, so we get 2 reborns there. This guy's playing Beasts, don't think he really stands a chance. Beasts are just too bad. I need to change Beasts, I think. Oh, and we find the Titus instead of the Drakari, which is much better, because it works with the Morose in combat and everything. We're against the Shenvala again, who is, yeah, a bit too big for undead scaling. We don't find anything in the next fight. I positioned my KT really stupidly here. I don't know what I was thinking, but it wouldn't have mattered. Shenvala's too big. We can't upscale that with undead. Fair play to him. GG. We get plus 257. We're up to, what was that, 2.3. Next game, we roll Demons, and I take Mukla. Or 2.2, sorry. Nothing really happens. We go 3 on 3 and hold all our bananas. Obviously, we're taking damage. Terrible 3 shot, but we have to play with what we've got. Stick a load of bananas on the goose so we don't take any extra damage, basically. Oh, never mind, we're still taking damage. Take the Rampager, just tempo really, isn't it? And probably the cleave, I guess. And then we can chuck the bananas on the cleave. Now at least we've got a big cleave. Good against this comp as well. I mean, he's tiny anyway, like, doesn't matter. Deal 13. We decide to level, use it on a demon obviously, because that's what we're trying to get. We get the floating watcher. So that sort of makes me think I'm leaning more towards self-harm demons. And we get the Malcazar, so we definitely are. We just need to find the soul rewinder now. Healthy enough to take a bit of damage. Thinking about Chef's Choice, yeah, we take it. And we find another floating watcher in shop, or Chimera as well. Did we freeze the shop for the floating watcher? I can't remember. We do. So we take the floating watcher, we find the soul rewinder, and get the golden monkey, see what we get from that. Nothing really, so we take the spell. I'm thinking about getting the implicator, but we're not really playing eat shop demons, so I take the Wrath Reaver just because it's a way to damage myself and buff the floating watcher. We end up being pretty strong this turn. There's a 32% chance loss, but we dodge it. We level, look for a demon. Do we play that? We play it over the RNRC. Again, it's just, with the Wrath Reaver, it's just a bit of extra stats on our board. And we end up losing a 6.1% there. Scabs is lucky, and it also puts us under cap. Not ideal, but we find the Tichondrius, which is a key part in this comp. I mean, I don't know if this comp's actually playable really, but in these elos I guess it is. I can't say I've ever played it on my main and had much luck. So we get the Bazaar Dealer there. Again, that's just a free spell and more damage to us. Do we use the dealer here? Take the dealer here, a bit more damage, see what we hit. Scout's good, and we'll swap out the dealer and take the Wrath Reaver because there's no demons there, so we don't really care. And we're looking to buy the Urzul. I don't know if we really needed the Urzul here. Seems kind of the wrong direction because it's eating the shop and we need to be self-harming. But we get a nice golden touch there. Hit it onto a nice Reef Explorer, get our money back from that as well. Nothing useful there. Nothing really useful there. And nothing useful there. Classic. put the Nala down. And we buy the Eyes of the Earth Mother. I assume we use it on the Malkazar to get more rolls, more self-damage, more stats. So we get a tiny bit of Nala value there. You thinking about buying anything here? No, we're just rolling. Thinking about buying the spell. Skip past it. We want to try and use up all our rolls because it's giving us stats. And we hit another Tichondrius there. I assume we just sell the Nightbane and buy the Tichondrius and sit for the rest of the turn. We have 2 big floating watchers, so feeling fairly strong. The problem is now we took the Wrath Weaver off the board, so playing demons doesn't actually damage us or buff us. So I think I probably consider getting rid of the Urzul here. And we hit nothing from the shop again, from the 6 drop, sorry. Yeah, we get rid of the Urzul, and now we're just cycling demons this turn. Could have cycled the Chimera, but decided not to. Do we roll past the Implicator? Yeah. How we end up ending on the 1-drop demon, because at least it does damage to us at the start of the turn, which is extra stats. Definitely not a permanent unit, we'll cycle out of it next turn. But you can see we've managed to get 180 health and damage floating watcher now. And we get scabs back for before beating us on the 6.1%. Cycle a few more demons, get Malkazar, a few more rolls, more self-damage. And looks like Shudder's playing demon as well. Some sort of similar build, but also doing some shot eating. But our floating watcher is enough to kill him alone, I think. But he's not going to be dead from this because he's still at 30 health. We only do 15 there. We decide to tear and we hit Tichondrius there. And what do we cut here? Probably the Malkazar. And hope we get a cultist from this 6-drop. We haven't been very lucky so far, but nope, still nothing. We win that fight easily, knock them out, find another floating watcher, cut the Felbor. We're just cycling demons basically. Take the scout, don't find a demon. We're against Scabs, who seems to have left already, fair enough. Just another turn of cycling demons. We buy the Bazaar Dealer to get the spell, more damage. Use up all our rolls on the Golden Malkazar. Play the non-golden one, use up all the rolls on that. And then that's our final comp against Shudder. Place Beetles, which is a great spell, but we're just stats, we don't have any Divine Shields, so it does nothing against us. Looks like there's according to Firestone, 20% chance to kill him. And we end up getting lucky and doing exactly 20. So we'll take that. So we get first with self-damage demons. Plus 300, we'll take it. So next game we end up rolling demons and we get Jaraxxus. I'm thinking brilliant, Jaraxxus on a demon game. This has got to be a first, surely. I wanted to try and play the shop-eating demons this game because we just played self-damaging demons, so I wanted to try and vary it a bit. I think we just go 3 here, take the spell, chuck it on the Divine Shield, not bad. Yeah, our first 3 shop sucks, our second 3 shop sucks, no 3 drops at all. Do we just roll again past this, or do we take the Trickster here? And our third 3 shop has no 3 drops either, so yeah. What are you going to do? Take double gamble and move on. Get Shenvala here, looks pretty big. Yeah, we end up taking 7 from Shenvala there. And now I'm donkey rolling for the slimy Fellblood and the fiery Fellblood. And yeah, you can just see my rolls here. It's literally, I just have to buy 2 elementals for a bit of tempo so we don't die. And we're against Deathwing as well, so we want to have permanent units on board to get the Deathwing buff that we don't have to sell. If we had both gamblers on board, then yeah. We end up tying there, which is lucky for us. Time to donkey roll again, or are we thinking about leveling? We take Malcazar to give us more rolls. No Fellblood, no Fellblood, no Fellblood, no Fellblood. And then we end up freezing the triple and it gets eaten, and we finally find a Fellblood. But yeah, things haven't exactly gone our way here. We take the Trigger Battlecry to buff the shop a bit more, because we at least have the Implicator on board. And our Hero Power, of course. We Hero Power the Implicator, just to try and get a few more stats up. And Shambhala ends up doing 15 to us. We're getting beaten by a lot of Shambhalas this video. That's my takeaway from this video. Be scared of Shambhala in low elo. Our board is terrible, but can we do anything to stay alive here? On a 70% win, I think it's just through the health on the Implicator. Oh, and it gets hit straight away with the poison. This is not our game, man. Not our game at all. What is that? 70% chance to win, and we end up taking 14. You love to see it. We get the dead guy fight at least and find a Rylac and a triple on the Imp and also a Macaw. Since we're against the dead guy, we can try and go full out, and a Titus. So I'm thinking finally our luck's turning around here. We go full greedy mode against the Ghost and hope we get 2 triggers off. Unfortunately, we don't attack first, so we miss a trigger. We finally find the Fellblood on turn 11 and we're against Shambhala. That doesn't sound too promising, but we've managed to turn it around to 100% win. So our Implicator, Golden Implicator, doing work here. So I'm feeling fairly big, so we decide to level against the poison guy. What is he called? The Curator, which is a bit worrying. But we find a Shell Elemental, which is good because we've buffed the shop at least a bit already. The buff goes on the Rylac, of course, and we eat with the Demon again. And we end up losing to the Curator on a 70% loss. Fair enough. Our early game was terrible. We donkey rolled for like 3 turns and didn't find anything. You can't really expect to win that. So we move on to the next game, and we end up rolling Pirates, and we get Hogger as one of our 2 heroes, which obviously we're going to take. I mean, it's pretty crazy RNG that, and we end up going 3-on-3 there. But last game, what, we had Jiraxxus, who's a demon hero, and we end up rolling demons. This game, we roll Pirates and we get a pirate hero. So I don't know what the chances of that are happening, but pretty low, I'd imagine. We finally find a pirate, not the best, but I think I'll probably just take Azerite here, do I? Yeah, take Azerite just for the 1 spell, buffs elementals in shop a bit, and using the spell with the Hooktail buffs our board's attack. We end up drawing the next fight, which is great for us because we were not favoured. And we level and roll here, no pirates. Do we take the Cyclone? Roll again, we get a few pirates here. I mean, I feel like Hogger is basically just, it's a flip. If you find pirates early game, you do well. If you don't, you go in 8th. We take the overconfidence, buffs our board a bit. Doesn't look like we're going to win this though. So we hold the overconfidence. And we find a cleave, which is massive, and a Peggy. And we use our overconfidence this round, see if we can win. I don't know why my chicken's positioned back there. It should definitely be next to the cleave, so that's a mistake, but we don't end up winning. No pirates in shot, twice, 3 times. We'll finally find a pirate. And we're just scaling a bit with Peggy here. Yeah, look at these shops. But 5 in a row, no pirates, and we finally hit some. We get the double cleave at least, next to the chicken. It's something. We're grasping at straws here. We somehow managed to get a 60% win against Ing, and we do win. And we find another Peggy, which is great. And then we're just cycling scouts. Doing everything we can just to get a bit of stats. Oh, we find the health pirate. So good for us at the moment. We buffed the health on the cleave. We have 2 rip snarls now at least. And we freeze for the long john and the money next to it and the gambler. Pretty good cleave for the first hit, kills one of his rip snarls. And then the next cleave kills his next rip snarl. So great cleaves there. I think we end up doing maximum damage to him here because of that. So we level by the gambler, roll, and we find the balladist. Do we put it on the same cleave? Yeah, it's better to have 1 big minion than 2 medium-sized minions. And the scallywag for tempo, and just buy the coin for next round. We're against Beast, which is a good matchup for us with the cleave. And we do end up taking them out. And we find Bran next turn, brilliant for pirates. Obviously don't find anything with the Bran, so we buy the armor, so we're above 15. We can't take lethal. And again, our cleave does massive work against them. Don't find anything really next round, and we're against Gallywix, who's clearly popped off. Try and play a bit of scam against him, but yeah, there's no way. So we're basically trying to play for second. Thank God I bought the armor. And now we're just cycling. Find some good spells from that. Golden the Peggy. And continue cycling. Maybe I should have golden the courier here. I'm not sure what's correct, to be honest. Courier gives attack. I suppose it's probably the courier because we're going to be getting health from... We've got a Bran. If we find the balladists, which we did just then, we're going to be getting health from that, and the courier gives more attack than the Peggy would do. So I think it was probably right to golden the courier, not the Peggy there. So I'll remember that for future. We end on the trigger battle cry on the old balladist, and at least we've got some HP now and we're looking a bit safer. End up doing 12 there, and we're just praying we don't go against Gallywix again anytime soon. Get the elemental, it's free money, free stats, why not? Eat the 8/8, cycle the Tad. Do I think about picking the poison here? No, not in the end. We get a balladist, which is the best minion for us by far. I'm thinking about playing the dealer here. The dealer's really good with Hogger. It might be a bit late to get it, but every time you buy a pirate, it gets +1/+1 because you get gold back. So buff the cleave, the health on the other cleave a bit, just in case of Leroy's or poisons on the first cleave. And buff the big cleave again. Are we bigger than a Lich King? Looks like that final cleave does a lot of work again. And yeah, If it's a 50-50, I think if we had another turn we'd have outscaled him. But we're against Gallywix. Try and play a bit of scam. I have to sell the Bran because the rules of the Wheel of Tribes. I've got a Quillboar and a Murloc on board, so I couldn't keep the Bran as well. And I knew that he was massive, so we just tried what we could. But yeah, there's no chance we can beat that. I think if we had better matchups, then we could have come second this game. We would have beaten the Lich King ultimately, but that's just the way it goes. That's how Battlegrounds goes. So fair enough. He played well, deserved the win. And for our final game, we still didn't manage to roll Menagerie, so we got Murlocs this game. I'm a bit worried about Murlocs because I feel like they might be the worst tribe in the game now. We end up having a very greedy start on tier 2, taking the Money Pirate and Strike Oil, and we actually end up winning that fight just because we're Brucan. We level and take the lasso next turn. The fact Murlocs were already fairly weak, and then they put Primal Fin on tier 5 and then nerfed Rylac. It's just like, how do you play that tribe? Unless you're like Gallywix and have infinite money. Seems pretty hard. We go 4 early and we're rewarded with a Rylac and a Tad. And yeah, I'm a bit tilted from playing on my main account, and I definitely fuck up here. So we get the Magmaloc in hand, I buy the Bream, and I meant to play the Magmaloc, and I end up playing the Bream. And you can see I'm pissed about it there. Stupid mistake, my fault. We end up leveling and just buying the Murloc, the lad that summons from hand. We have to play on 5. We got the Reborn Rylac. We need to find the Primal Fin. I assume we take the Rodeo here. At least it's something to trigger with the Rylac. And we hit Golden Touch. I assume we take here. We'll roll to a shop to see if there's something relevant we can hit that's golden. See if we can get lucky. Like a Titus would be great. We hit the Fellbore, not the best, but we get a Murkai, which is good, but we have nothing to trigger, no battle cries to trigger, no Primal Fins at the moment. And there's the Primal Fin that we need. Perfect. And we upgrade the shop. We hit another Primal Fin and a Staff. It's looking a bit more promising. Although our tempo is pretty tragic right now. Fellbore eats 1 base guild, but there's still 1 in shop. So I assume we take that. No Bream. Could really do with a Bream in our hand right about now. If only some idiot didn't fucking sell one. No Bream again. But at least we're generating Murlocs now. I end up chucking the Rylac because we've got the Murkai already. I'm gonna buy that just for tempo. And the overconfidence, even though we're not confident. What else are we gonna do with our money here? Take 13, we hit the Bran. But is it too late? I think it probably is. We get the I make another misplay here and play the base skill when I should have played the Belcher, because I forgot. Well, I didn't think about the fact that we'd have other Murlocs in our hands, so I assumed it was going to pull the Belcher, but ends up pulling the Bream. Should have pulled a big Bream, but I sold the first one, so yeah, my bad. And I think we end up going 6th here. Yeah. So I think that's our lowest we've come so far in the series. We actually end up getting minus points. Oh well. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll join for the next one. Cheers all, see you later.